What up, Reggie? What up, CJ? Nice, nice, CJ. That's what's up. Passing me evals, man. Yeah, that's you got this, bro. I got faith in you, bro. All right. Shit's hella bright. Oh man, we finally made the move on the day I didn't trade. It's fantastic. All right, so we're cracking lower as expected. Okay, so we have this next target, these targets that we put on a chart on Sunday. And we got that there. Should be the first target of interest. Oh man. Indicator's all messed up. This one's not though. Oh well. All right. So I'm probably gonna go short right now. I'm just testing this high here. Put it at the balance of this here. Yeah, it's pretty much perfect right where it's at. We have a nice strong high right here. Alrighty. Looks good. Yeah, and a really nice cracking correlation in that too. Alright, I'm gonna take one off. I almost can. Had to risk about 20 points on that, so it's about $1,000 with two contracts. Alright, I'm gonna take one off right there. Took it a little bit early, but it is what it is. Pull up my options account real quick. I really want to get inputs like right at the opening. Let me see here. Yeah, a really big cracking correlation with the low though. We have this gap to be filled. RTH gap above that target as well, bro. 24,823. Oh yeah. Yeah, there could be like a, huh. There could be a possibility of a, like a SIR setup here possibly. We'll have to see though. Pull up SPY real quick. All right, well, that evaluation's done. I can't make any more money in it. This one's about out of drawdown. There's like 10 bucks left on it or something, and this one's passed. I don't know, guys. That's probably it. I mean, I'll trade options with you guys, but I don't have anything else to trade right now. I made my nut already. No reason to really trade. Anytime we're coming up and testing a strong high like that, I would expect a rejection right off the bat. That's why I shorted that. It's just really, really noticeable. I'll fade it, and then if it pops it, it'll well. But most of the time, they're not going to break on the first attempt, anyways. All right, so SPY 658, strike 658. Probably do it. Yeah, should get like a measured move here. Last low is right there. Ching. So it should be something like this. $6.55s maybe. Was there? Nice. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Very clean. Yeah, 655s will be perfect. See how much they are when we open up. Hopefully we get like some kind of fake out on the way up here. So when I'm selecting the options contract, I'm always like trying to get like I want to buy the contract above where I think it's going to go. So if I think it's going to 654, I want to buy like the 655s at the least. See if maybe I can get myself out of the drawdown in this account here. Highly unlikely, but worth a try. I think price is going to have to come back up to here before it can go back down lower. So 4850. Are you talking about Nasdaq? Oh, you mean profit? Nice, nice, sick. Uh-oh. There's half back, bro. We'll see if this is going to hold. I don't know. It was pretty bearish. Hopefully they don't drop it. Yeah, this move down's been needed forever. So I was listening to Spot Gamma's CEO. He was like doing a little show last night, and he was going over how the VIX expiration was causing a lot of weird ass price action, I guess. And so you know how JP Morgan puts on that huge collar? You guys know what I'm talking about? They put on a huge options position, a collar position. And we're like right above their SPX collar position. I think it's at let me see. I think he said it's at 6,500. So like it just happens to be that every fucking month price will hit one of the collars that they put in. They put one above price and one way below. And it like just happens that they expires in like at the end of the month. It's kind of funny. All right, there we go. Nice little curl. So this is a SIR here on like a 3 minute. Yeah, it's a 3 minute SIR here. So we shall see. I don't think it's gonna like go above this high or anything, but I think it should go up to there. I don't have very much drawdown left in this account, so got like a couple bucks. Need to watch this level too. What up? What up, Alexis? Uh-oh. Well, there goes that. All right, let's see how much these options are going to cost me. Damn. See if some of that premium comes out up there. Damn, we're already at 655. Fuck. Well, that's super yay. Alright, so it's not blowing yet. Alright, there's a 50% retracement of that move. Let's see if they reject it here. Alright, so I went short SPY there. Let me pull up MNQ, try this again. There we go. Yeah, ES redelivered all that. It's actually a perfect half back to balance there on ES. To the motherfucking tick, bruh. Beautiful. Nah, that one's done. So I'd still be in this. Stop should have been above the high. Down to target. Into about 3-hour trade. Yeah, it's too expensive. I see. Yeah, there she goes, guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy $10 out the fucking money. Damn, the IV on these was insane. It's gonna have to it's gonna have to really cook here for me to get paid. 800% implied volatility. There goes Nasdaq. Cold, dude. I think this is a good chance this is gonna be like one of those big 2% down days here. There's a big pricing difference in the at the money and one in the money. Or seems a little bit uneven. All right, so ES is cooking towards a gap. We have Nasdaq trying to hold ground there a little bit. Strong high being tested on the really low time frame. The volume imbalance balance right there. It's not going to make it above that. I'm just going to take the trade just to like, I feel it lame just sitting here watching price. Let's make sure Nasdaq, yeah, it's still got a ways to go. Oh, I got stopped out there. Um, yeah, it bounced off the halfback. It's got to redeliver. So now it has to redeliver up here. It has to swing back up. I didn't see that. At the very least, come into the low here. So it was really close there. It was within 2 points. It might have been far enough. So should get a really nice one support flip to resistance here. There it is. So I can buy it at like 72. Let's see if it'll fill. Doubtful, but it's worth a try. All right, so I'm short 2 contracts there. Put on Nasdaq. One support turned resistance. It did come up like a little bit shy, so there might be one more pump here. Nope, apparently not. Oh, I got filled on that. Dope. I got filled on that. Cool. So you gotta watch out for ES's little broad information here. Little sneaky broad information there. With a reason to go up into 6448. Uh-oh. Let's see which one's gonna crack the high. Is it gonna be ES or Nasdaq? Alright, ES cracked the high, Nasdaq's gonna double top here, hopefully. Damn, I hesitated so much on that. I'm about to cut this. I'm not sure if that was like a double top and it just kind of like overshot it a little bit and that's good to go down. I can't really tell. It's really close, but not. ES obviously took it out. Ah, I don't know why I didn't see this. Yeah, I think we're good there. Or is he going to do a third pump? And a strong high break. Well, that was stupid of me. About retarded. I got my pump one more time. I guess there it goes. So if I wouldn't have got stopped out there, that would have been very good. I'm not going to reset the count or anything, though. I got that other one passed. I think it gets activated tonight. So. What are you guys doing in the chat? What's up, guys? Passed the eval with your H today. Nice, nice. What's up, man? Yeah, all peace, all yeah. I hope all peace in the world. All right, so now we got that was a perfect little SIR there that I got stopped out on. Bam, perfect little baby SIR, little 15-seconder. So you had your strong low right there get busted. Then you got the 80% retracement. Very clean little baby guy. But it showed you the trend change, right? For the moment. We'll see what happens here. There's still this area up here that may need to get redelivered, but we're also half back of from there to there. And it was pretty precise with it too, so. What up, Beans? We still have this possible broad information on ES though. Let's go to 10-minute, take a look. Oh, nah. It's not getting above that high. It's not even a reason to on the 10-minute. Yeah, it's just a beautiful little test of this down move here. So you got leg 1, leg 2. And then we'll get the leg 3 here on the next candle once the next candle opens up here in a second. So that option actually is held up. Oh, never mind. Got raped. The IV is still incredibly high though. The price still shows up as $79, but it's not. There we go. Alright, there's that redelivery up into there. Let's see if it tries to. I don't think it's gonna bust it, but you never know. Prod formations are cray. Alright, redelivery is completed right there. So you should at least get a swing, I would think, back down. If it's gonna do the broad information thing, that's cool, but you should at least get a swing. So there's half back to balance right there to the tick. To the tick. The gap fill is not that far away for you yet. Yeah, it's pretty far away. Oh, I know how I can still trade it. I'll just trade it with QQQ through crypto. Watch out for that broad information on ES. Have a good chance that it might pull up. Especially because they both violated that half back area. Yeah, there it goes. Damn, what a V-shaped recovery. Beautiful. Why is that can't be right? Why would this one be a 94 and then that one 27? It's way too big of a difference. Why are QQQs so expensive? Alright, so I can trade Nasdaq on here, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I'm gonna go short right there, guys. Oh, only let me put in $50 at a time. That's fucking weird. Alright, so I'm short right there. Let that be a try. It only let me go to down to the low though. So a nice little 3, 1, 2, 3 pushes up into the half back of that balance area there. Beautiful, actually. It's also one support, flip to resistance, broad information on ES. The pricing is so confusing to me on these options right here. So this one is a $30 difference, and then you have a $10 difference. That makes no sense. It's like it's glitching out or something. I don't really like how ES didn't get up into there though. Really beautiful trend there too. Gotta really watch it when it redelivers this high here. Like, there's a good chance it might try to push up there. Gotta really watch for any cracks in correlation or anything like that. So there's your strong low break right there. Yeah, there's your SIR set up there. But I have a feeling like ES is going to try to tap into there. Right, there's the 80%. Yeah, but do have a nice little half back there too. Alright, so close that. There it is. Right back down. See that? And then ES tapped into that low to the left. And then the SIR, it never even stopped one time framing, so it's a good way to not get put into bad ones. There hasn't been a crack in correlation yet.
Yeah, I'm probably going to bed. I'll talk to you in the morning.
What, babe?
What?
Are you talking to me? Oh. Squeeze, yeah, definitely squeezing up on ES. Definitely. There we go. Let's see if we can break this balance area here, though. So we did violate it there. It's just not a cracking correlation yet that I can see anyways. This balance area would be nice for it to drop down to. Three minutes still on time framing. See how the last minute of this 3-minute candle, they start pushing it up. Yeah, this area kind of concerns me up here with NQ here. Yeah, midnight opening's all the way up there too. So the last one did about a 70% retracement. We're not quite there yet. All right, no cracking correlation at the low there though. Nice little swing low though. If we can break through this area here, it could give us down to in here. The cracking correlation though would send it right back up. Nah. Okay, they both took out the low together. That's good. Look at that redelivery and swing right back up. Half back to balance off that this little area, because this area led to 1, 2, 3 big ass candles up. What happens on the left? Probably gonna happen on the right. Still 10-minute one time framing. 2 minutes left on the 10-minute. I'm curious to see how they close this. Watch out for after like 23 seconds from now, like this, if this doesn't push down and break that balance area, there's a good chance the next candle tries to push up. Because the last reversal was 2 down and up, so gotta be careful here. Still no cracking correlation though. Previous reversals are a little double tap up, double tap up, double tap up, So there's a good chance that this might be the top here. At least short term until this is redelivered down here. Boom. All right, about 60, can't see it. 67% gain, not too bad. And then if this candle closes down, they'll just start a one time framing, which will be very good. Very nice. 70, 80% gain. No cracking correlation yet. This is your strong low here though, so gotta be careful. Fuck. They blasted it. They just blasted it up there. See if we get a cracking correlation here. Oh, fuck. Super surprising, but if we zoom out a little bit, I guess it's really not. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. So we're looking for about a 70% retracement here. Just about there on Nasdaq. I don't think that would be it. I don't really see why it would be. Yeah. Damn. SPX. Shit. That might be it. We'll see. It's a really interesting area for SPX reverse there. Right at the low of the previous gap. I mean, not like close, but exactly at the low of the previous gap. Like exactly. Like couldn't get any more precise. I think that's kind of telling. And it's such a fucking vicious rejection off of there. You can't see it on ES though. Oh no, I guess it did. Let me see. I guess I just didn't have it marked up right. Yeah, I just didn't have it marked up right. And then if we can break this low here, pull back up into it, give like a SIR, that would be good. Little 3 pushes up. Which I thought it was 2 earlier, but now that I look, you got 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They're all 3 pushes up. These reversal patterns just they come again and again and again. Yeah, there's another one right there. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to just jump in short here though. Especially as ES takes out that low there and Q doesn't. And we have that perfect redelivery there. Oh, and it's the top of now ES's little broadening formation too. Sneaky, sneaky. Look at this little bullshit going on Nasdaq there. Look at that. Little wannabe curl up. Busted as a straight trap. Get trapped. Entrapment. Savage redelivery up out of that. After we redelivered into this balance area here, the Savage redelivery back up. I wish I would have saw that. Very fucking precise. Just like this rejection on SPX, it's too precise. That's so algorithmic. It's super algorithmic. Just like this was super algorithmic. It's too precise. Our Kraken correlation ended there. So we're coming back into, no, I guess we're not there yet. When we get back to the opening here, I would expect some kind of battle to go on per direction. It's a lot like yesterday's opening too. Yeah, that push up and eventually got cracked, then led to the move down. Is this a broad information? Beautiful, strong, high test there with a little half back to balance in it. Might get busted to redeliver up here. We had our strong low break. So there's a chance to get like a SIR movement up here. But no cracking correlation at the low here yet, so. Ah, there it is. Let's see if NQ is going to redeliver here first. No, I'll probably look to take that trade off. If ES doesn't break that low. Alright, there's 100% gain. Finally got my money back. Let's half back to balance while NQ taps into there. Alright, one time framing begins right meal. I'll exit when one time framing ends. It's not one time framing on the 1 minute yet, so I won't use that. I'll have to use ES here. Or not ES, the 30-second. Boom. That's why we use one time frame in there, folks. Right there. Now, is there anywhere else to redeliver lower? Yeah, there's one more area here within this leg of price. So after we bust through here, especially for ES, the next stop should be oh, ES doesn't have that. Nah, it's like this little area here. Alright, 124% gain, not too shabby. Alright, are we one time framing on the 1 minute yet? No, not 3 in a row yet. Alright. So it ended there just for a second, and you see it like close back up above there. Alright, 92% gain, not too bad. Now let's look to put it back on this retracement here. Back near this low. I was tempted to go long there and trade up, but I don't think the risk reward was really worth it. Alright, so I went 750x there. We'll see how this goes. So you can choose 500x leverage, which means for that $50 I entered in with, they gave me, because 750x, they gave me like $37,000 to trade with. So it's kind of like a funding company, but yeah, it's very similar in a way. Beautiful, beautiful move there. I just got fucking sexy. No, I jinxed it. Look at that cracking correlation there. Yes, took out that low by a tick. NQ didn't even move. Right now, the little 1 minute candle is telling me it's still bearish, though. Let's check on my options here. I wonder if they're even alive still. Not too bad. About where I added back into it. There we go. But bam! Big money. Now these options are going to speed up there's 100% gain on that. Or not, or just stay the same exact price. There's such a disconnect between the prices of these two. I don't get it. It's very strange. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles on the 3 minute in a row. So now I can go ahead and use the 3 minute for one time framing probably. I want to watch this area on Nasdaq because Nasdaq is severely lagging behind ES here. You know, this could be like a higher time frame SIR situation here. That's your 10-minute strong high there. It did get busted, so once ES comes into this last available, it's already there. No, right here. This is probably like the last area that needs to be redelivered. So once that happens, which is strange because NQ has a much more visible area there. Let's look at like this, like it's more like I guess now it's a balance. You have seller sold, buyers bought, seller sold, buyers bought. Very pretty. This price action is pretty here. Like it's very, very clean. One support turned resistance. half back to balance. So I would think that NQ would come down here, but we have to really watch ES here. Once that last area is redelivered, like what happens? Does it go through it? Because again, this is like a, maybe a 15-minute. We'll have to look. Yeah, it's definitely a 9-minute SIR here. Yeah, we just hit the 80%, so we gotta be careful here. But if we look at the daily candle, like what's likely to happen? It's pretty bearish. It's probably likely to see expansion down into one of these like monster days here. God, November had such good range to the days, which puts us in just about to that daily balance area there we outlined. Damn. Fucking cut. It's aggravating me. I hate these V-shaped recoveries with a passion, dude. They're the most frustrating thing to me ever. Can't wait for them to go away. It's just like this snapback, mean reversion, hardcore, just squeeze. I hate it. I just need to get better, like going with it, not against it. Just irrational movement. Like this. Like, what is this? Like, this move up here, very rational. I like the methodic price action that's very, like, back and forth. It could be an SIR, like I said, though. This could be super bullish. We did have a cracking correlation there. ES did not take any of those highs out, and Q did. But we have this area up here that probably needs to be redelivered too. Alrighty, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. Let me get in my trading day on this one, so don't forget to do it later. Because I didn't do it yesterday, I would already been able to activate it today, but I'll be able to activate it tonight. And then, what's today? Yeah, I'll probably do another stream tomorrow morning for the VIP. I'll activate the count, come in, and then lock in that payout on it. See what price does here once it taps into there, or maybe the 50% of the. No, I'd already passed that. Yeah, it's got to be that area there, that redelivery there. Really gonna just squeeze it up to some more rational bullish behavior. No, so savage. Beautiful broadening formation though. Gorgeous. I think oil should be opposite of the indices. Yeah, you can see there they go up, oil pumps down. So you could start using like oil how we used to use dollar, and it can help you if you can find situations where oil looks really bullish, like it's really noticeable. Then you can kind of use that as a reason to fade, or vice versa. It's probably part of the reason we're seeing some of this irrational behavior from the indices. But today's price action is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with today's price action at all. Very, very pretty. Even this like beautifully redelivered that area up there perfectly. And then dumps right after. It's very good price action. It did overshoot it by a little bit, but that's alright. Comes with the territory of I don't know how many 1 minute candles in a row. Comes with the territory that when you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles in a row. And ES actually perfectly redelivered there. It didn't overshoot or nothing. Perfect. NQ did by just a little bit. But in like normal traders terms, it didn't at all, right? Like they would be like a 50-point zone and they'd be like, yeah. I'm like, it's a tick over. I'm like, oh, it overshot it. But in reality, it dropped down and then it's perfect. Perfection. All right, there we go. 170% gain. If I can actually get the gain. Last time I didn't cut it after the end of one time framing like I should have. So you see, this platform is very cool. Like you can turn a little bit of money into a lot of money real quick. You got all kinds of assets you can trade. Pretty much every stock, a lot of the major crypto. But you have to be a VIP level 2, which means you gotta like trade on here quite a bit to get that level. And then they've been running these rewards, but they cheat on them. If you get like the last month I was in the top 2, and then on the day of expert, the day that the day it ended, ended up being level 4, and they ran a contest that I was in first, and then I couldn't trade anymore on my account, so it's kind of shady with the competition. So just FYI. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very nice trade. Very pretty. And this is just Nasdaq. It's just QQQ and Nasdaq are the same thing. Beautiful price action right now. And that was your SIR entry right here. A strong low break. Now we're about to find out if this is bearish or bullish or her. Look at these almost beautiful root deliveries here. See, that's a 60% gain there. It's pretty crazy, right? So there's a little bit of movement. We never reached up to here, so there's a good chance this might try to swing up, double tap up. Alright, there's another double up there. I'll go ahead and close it right there, as I don't trust this. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it right there. Yeah, price action is amazing right now. How much ever you want. There isn't ARC it's not like this is whatever. I think the minimum deposit is like $10, I think. I would stay away from it, CJ, to be honest with you. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it because like not this summer, but the summer before, there was another platform that did this that had really good like contests that they would pay you based on your volume. So it pretty much made it free for like the whole summer, but I pushed it so much, trying to convince people to trade during that reward period, that it took people forever to start listening to me. And by the time they started, the reward period was over. The period made it like, even if you lost your money, you pretty much get it back at the end of every 2 weeks because the rewards. But a lot of people got burnt, so it's very difficult, man. You know, if you're using 1,000x leverage or 750 times, it's very hard. And it's real cash, right? So it's not like spending 30 on the evaluation. You know, you can blow $30 super duper quick. Anyways, yeah, I'll give you the website. I'm just warning you, be careful, man. You can lose a lot of money. You go into tilt. If you go into tilt with cash, there's no going back, right? You're gonna, fucking, it's all money, right? It's not like an evaluation, so just be careful. Let's go. Nice, bro. Nice. Are you gonna buy some puts? Nice, bro. Yeah, I'm already in them. Probably getting raped right now, though. That's a good thing about puts. They'll come back, though. There's such a mispricing here with this. I don't understand, dude. I've never seen this before. I think it's like... What is with that right now? Hold on. Yeah, that's the craziest. Because they should be like $30 spread between the two options there. That's really weird. And the call side doesn't have that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they should be like $60. Can anyone explain to me why there's this discrepancy between the calls and the exact strike I chose? Why does this strike suck so bad? Because the calls and the puts should be near the same price at, you know, like right here, this one's 3 out the money, it costs $96.94. 67.19. Why is that? Eventually it's gonna have to correct though. Yeah, it should literally be $62 each. I wonder if it's because it has such open interest on it. Damn, ES is really bearish there compared to NQ. Could barely get up there. Yeah, but the max deposit is like $10, bro. Or the minimum deposit, I think. Yeah, minimum deposit is $10. And then the minimum withdrawal is $10, I think, too. But understand though, unless you get VIP level, you don't get you only get a trade like Bitcoin, and the max leverage is like 500x, which still is insane. I like that they have the options on here. It's cool. I didn't even know really about options for NQ. Damn, they're hell expensive. So it's $7,500. But it actually has more volume than I thought. Oh, this is sick. They have all the different strategies you can do. Alright, so there's another double up. Now I'm in profit on this account here. Ching. Another 100% banger. So that's 3 in a row. I can run up an account on here really big. I haven't tried in a while because the last time I tried, I went on a run there for like a month where I was able to make like $300-400 a day on here, and then went on a super run where I was making I made like a 1,200 in one night, and the next day I got cocky and started taking trades with like $300, and that's how come I have all the $2 million of volume on here. My trading volume is because of that, which it worked out fine because a 50% gain on $250 is $125 gain, right? It's really easy to get a 50% gain on here, especially with Bitcoin. But it also turned sideways when I had the account up pretty big. And I went on like a little bit of a losing spurt at $250 a pop. Because the problem with this is you can't set a stop loss. They don't let you set a stop loss. So your liquid price, which is 100% loss, that's why this platform's dangerous, bro. So that's how they make their money, is like the difference between there and there is only actually like a 69% loss. At I think it's like 69.70 at 1,000x leverage. I think it's 73 or 74% loss at 750x leverage, and then 82% loss at 500% leverage. So that's how they make their money, is on they squeeze you with that, and that's a 100% loss, and you can't be profitable taking a 100% L, very often. Alright, so little Nasdaq's looking like it's trying to get bullish here, but ES is clearly not having. But we've had the 3 push reversals, right? So that this probably gonna try to do a 3 pusher. Well, I'll let it go to the 80%. I'll get out. But there's no reason for it to go up here, though. That's the thing. ES is the one that needs to go up. Beautiful double top there on that's a SMC soup right there, guys. If it breaks the trend line here on like, I don't know, you have to really drop down to get the trend line. Yeah, 10-second. 51, 58. It's not, it doesn't meet the 10-minute criteria, but short term, it is a short term one. I don't know how long it will last for though. But that's a little baby SMC soup there. They still work on the lower time frames. They're just not quite as rewarding. Yeah, it's about 3 minutes too short. All right, everything's been redelivered down here. So it's this low is either going to support price to go higher or they're going to bring it back down to low a day. Oh, that wasn't an SMC soup. NQ didn't take out the high. Never mind. Oh, it's one of those patterns. One of these little like triangle patterns. So we got a new hourly candle here. I wonder what they're going to do with this. Well, there's our answer right there. Take that bitch lower. Let's go. We got our 80% or 70% retracement. Oh, damn. Look at that. Really close. Best trade of the day by far is that this redelivery up into there. That previous, I didn't realize we were even on SPY. You go to regular trading hours. I guess it's on SPX only. Oh no, it's on ES only. Go over here. Put this previous gap low on your chart. And it says a bearish candle. It needs to go right there. Shit, they're about to squeeze the fuck out of that. See how they methodically redelivered everything? Boom, boom, boom. Let's see if it's a trap though. Looks kind of trappy. What I was looking at is like the data on here delayed compared to Nasdaq, because you think it would be. And if you could get like just even a 30, like even a 5 second um improvement on time. But anyways, all right, so you put this gap on there, boom, perfect touch. You can see on SPX, which SPX is ES, but for options only. Boom, that's that gap low. So we have this open gap. And that's the gap low there. Bam, perfect. All right, let's see if we got that crack in correlation. Yeah, we should have. Yeah. Double top ES. You know you want to. You know you got to. You know you need it. There's a crack in correlation. Wrong gap. All right, there's your double top just about. And there's that low right there. That low is going to reject price. Yes, don't you do it. Stay down. All right, there's the perfect touch. Perfection. Busted it. Fuck, dude. All right, I'm gonna have to close those puts. Keeps going here. All right, but there's that other one. Let's see if it rejects there. Which we filled that area earlier. I was talking about being worried about too. Yeah, this area right here. This is the area I was worried about earlier. It's the only area I could really identify where price like semi sorta needed to re-deliver to. Yeah, and they filled that in right there. Isn't that crazy how it went to that gap like that? That's nuts. But bam. Big gain. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's how it's done right there, guys. A little 5R trade, not too shabby. Oh, I want that 500% gain, though. I want that 10R trade, that 20R trade. Just stop all this back and forth shit and let's do it. There we go. No, it's exactly the same. Yeah, you can't tell the difference in price action at all. It's exactly the same. Oh, this is also perfectly half back of that area there too as well. Like legitimately perfect. Like I don't think I could get any more perfect. Boom. Look at that. Perfection. Drop it like it's hot. And the redelivery is so on point today, guys. Like it's very on point today. It's very good. And you guys know what that was? What was that up? Well, how many pushes was that up? You got 1, 2, 3. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. So it's like it was very, very nice. It's very good. The 3 pushes. See how today's 3 pushes. Every day there's a certain reversal pattern that just keeps presenting itself over and over and over again. All right, let me see what YouTube's up to. Oops. Oh, I forgot to list it. Never mind. There's not going to be any views on there. All right, and then if you guys want to join, the free section, you guys that are free, make sure you guys check out the recorded section. Like there's a whole bunch of recordings for you guys, that the live recordings. You can go back and watch all those every time we do when I put it in there. What made you look at this area for your fibs? Which are you going to be more specific? Yeah, we talked about this last time in Tori, remember? Like we went all over this. Or did you bounce after you asked the question? We went deep into the contract thing. Like deep, bro. So if you got any questions about that, no, I don't. I'm not really sure. If you want to show me a picture, I don't really get what you mean. Yeah, the AI explained it. Like it's just it's structure based, bro. Oh, are you thinking because of some ICT shit? Like, because it took out this low, it should it should go higher or something? It won't do that until a measured move. So the measured move's like hella far away. Like with previous lows, you should always look at how far it went past the previous low before it reversed. So it looks like maybe somewhere around there. So you got one. Yeah, that one's pretty close. Yeah, those are really close to each other too. Uh-oh. Oh, with the fib, I took this right here. I just took this thing. It was like a bigger, higher time frame balance area. Maybe like a 30-minute. Yeah, it's some beautiful 30-minute balance area, dude. So you go bam, bam. And then we got that. And then I also looked to see how deep the retracement was on the previous move up. So the previous swing did about a little under 70%. So we should expect the same kind of retracement on this one, which is about a little bit deeper than 70%, right at 70% actually. A little bit over it. But it's perfect tap back to balance there. And the balance area is right there. Have you ever guys ever looked at the 12-hour chart and then put it on regular trading hours and look at like what price usually does and like not the 12-hour chart, I mean like the 6-hour chart. It's pretty weird how often price doesn't really here I can see on SPY really easy for some reason. I mean SPX because SPX only has RTH hours. So most of the movement comes at the first, like on SPX anyways, most of the movement comes like right at the opening and then it doesn't really extend beyond that. There's not many days where it goes beyond that. So what I did the other day is I spent like an hour looking at this. Because if you put it on the 6 hour, it's 2 candles for SPX. And if you put on the 3 hour, it's 4 candles. 1, 2, 3, or 3, I guess, actually. 3, 6, 9, yeah, 3 candles. So you see the first candle is really big, then it does nothing. And then this one moves up, and then it doesn't, this is actually a kind of, and then it doesn't really do anything. Down, and doesn't really do anything. That one didn't really do anything the whole day. Really big up move, didn't do anything. It's like really weird how it just doesn't seem to move after the opening lately. Big up candle doesn't do anything for the rest of the day. Big down candle doesn't do anything the rest of the day. So it's like if you're gonna trade New York session, you should just trade the first 30, the first like hour, because after that it's not gonna do anything except for chop the fuck around. On most days, ooh, there's a really big gain, so I made $90 on that. And counting. The other thing that sucks about this platform is they're gonna kick you out at 500% gain. So the biggest trade you can get is really 5R because your liquidity, your 100% loss is there. And that's a 100% loss, that's a 5x. So while it's cool that you can turn, $50 into 250 or whatever, 1 into 500, but that's the max you can get. So it kind of makes sense why, I put $50 in, they give me $20,000 to trade with, and I keep the profit from it. So that's how they kind of like make money. So there's a lot of bad traders. You can go to live trades here and watch people just getting wrecked. Yeah, it's like I watch it all. Sometimes I'll watch it and people just get wrecked. There's not many people trading QQQ though. If you go to like Bitcoin, oh, I'm gonna cut this trade if it breaks above that high. It should redeliver down here though. Should be a very good trade. But redelivery is completed right there. It's probably half back to balance of that area, so it probably should swing up. Unless it's really bearish. You guys see that three push pattern today? That's a trip, huh? Like you can't look at that, and that's so undeniable how on different time frames, even the 3 pushes on multiple different time frames. And then we've compared before on stream, we did the math on like how much leverage Nasdaq is, and it's pretty much 750x times leverage. It moves in about the same amount of money you would make if you traded a mini. It's more like over 1,000x leverage, but a micro is about a 750x leverage. In terms of a dollar gain, if you do the math, like I don't want to have to do it all over again, but anyways, you look at how many points on Nasdaq that would be. I don't know. We'd have to look at Nasdaq in a second, but because the price is 590, it's a micro. So we should get half back to balance of this little balance area here because we had the phase 1. This will be phase 2. There it is. Should get at least right there. Very nice gain. So I made oh, never mind. They only made me make 300%. I wonder why I thought it was 500%. Yeah, so the biggest trade you can get on here is a 3 hour trade, really. Which isn't that great. And it used to be 500. They must have just changed that. That's kind of lame. See it close right back below that, so it can keep one time framing intact. Freaking beautiful. Once price gets below here, those options should go back up. Since trend lines are definitely working today, like you can't, they're undeniably working very well. You definitely want to be looking to see if there are any trend lines that are lining up. I don't see any though. Oh yeah, a nasty cracking correlation there. 3 minutes still on time framing though. Oh, I didn't see that before. So price didn't get down there before this time, so it might curl. It might go up. That would be like redelivery complete there, which would explain the cracking correlation. So that what they it's very systematic, guys. If you look, like, has the redelivery been completed, like the area that it's possibly reaching for? Do multi-time frame analysis to figure this out. Like the 30-second or 15-second through the 3 minute, usually will identify these short-term areas, which I don't think that's where it's at right now. I think it's actually down there. Due to multi-time frame analysis, it tells me it's probably down here. And then look for the cracking correlation. And those two together will usually give you a pretty good idea if price is going to swing up and redeliver somewhere higher that needs to be redelivered. Like, where needs to be redelivered up here? This would be like the first stop. If it's really bearish, it will stop there and not go any higher. Then you have this low here that needs to be redelivered to. And then that doji, and then up there, and just level by level it. So like right here, ES, what ES do? It redelivered. Right here, right? Redelivery. What do we have? A cracking correlation. What's going to happen? Price is going to finish redelivering lower to the next area, most likely. Where it needs to be redelivered in here on the 15-second? Nowhere really now. So it was this, you had 3 candles up, so it was that doji there. That's where it needed to redeliver to, and it did that. Right there. So now it's coming back up into here. It's very systematic, guys. And now that that's redelivered, there's nowhere else to redeliver here, so it's got to go here. All right, bam, there it is. See, this, guys, is very easy. You just have to believe. I think once people see it and they actually believe, usually like it's undeniable. Like once you see it enough, it's just really undeniable, and it's really exciting to see how people improve. All right, there it is, 300% gain incoming. Let's go. So this doji would be the next spot. Dojis are balanced. Be below here because prices now, when it swings back up, this area has a good chance of acting as the resistance point, right? This is a higher time frame swing low though, so strong low. So now this, if it wants to swing back up, it's going to reject here. And then if it breaks through here, the next level down, that's already been, it'd have to be down here. So you see that? Redelivery into the doji. Now it's got to redeliver up into here. Systematic redelivery, just ping-ponging everywhere at all times. With a platform like this, all you got to do is just double your money. If you can compound and double your money every day, get a lot of money real quick. Redelivery complete up there. Now it goes lower. Into where it needed to redeliver lower to. There wasn't 3 candles in a row here, so I don't think this area would act as a support area, but it could. Has to be three or more candles in a row for a need for it to redeliver there, which we never got here, so I don't think it's here. I think it's lower. But there is nowhere left to redeliver here. There's only here is left. That's it. So this is where you really want to look for a crack in correlation. A crack in correlation will be a move up because there's nowhere else to redeliver. All right, so I got taken out of the trade there, hit the max profit. I'm gonna go ahead and re-enter though, because I know that there's nowhere else to redeliver lower to. I mean higher. I mean there's nowhere left for this to redeliver, so it must go lower. See that? See that, guys? We just have to watch for the crack in correlation. Oh, ES does the, whoa, hold on. ES actually has one this area, so it might not after ES redelivers to that wick high. There's a good chance it could pull up from there. So if ES redelivers into these dojis right here, maybe right there, holds this low while NQ breaks this low, that could be a good crack in correlation to swing price back up. And that's what I'd be watching for. That's what would make the most sense. Boom. See you guys? Ooh, it looks dangerous. Looking dangerous. All right, so NQ took out that low as predicted. ES has not as predicted. I hope it does, obviously. Next area that needs to be redelivered is maybe right there, but I think it already got redelivered earlier. We're 10-second one time framing down, which is incredibly bearish. That's super bearish. Boom. Let's go. Then we got this broad information. And shit, it might actually be like that. It's hard to tell. You got tap back to balance. Boom, to the tick. See how precise it is? It's like constant, just precision. I just got a few more like trading errors in my trading that I need to correct, and I should be able to make as much money as I can feasibly want. When the price action is good like this and it's clear, it's not always clear though. Sometimes it's very confusing. Like Tuesday was probably one of the most confusing days I've ever seen. And then I did some research. I was like, why is price action so weird today? And I went and researched and then went into spot gamma, and they kind of cleared it up for me because of the expiration dates. You know, really big ones coming up, like a $2 trillion worth are expiring in contracts, futures and options. So if you're a big institution, let's say you have, let's say you're short or long 100,000 contracts. How do you roll? But you don't want to exit your short. Let's say you're short from the top. You don't want to cash in your short yet. How do you roll your position in the next contract? You have to sell this one and then buy the other one, right? So what happens? They can't do that all at once, or else they would sell and it would drop and then they buy back at a worse price or whatever, right? So they have to slowly, with like some kind of help of AI, slowly just get out of the position, but it causes that like choppiness because they sell, price drops, they buy it right back, and then they do that thousands of times, like and it creates that price action, and then you could also see that on Tuesday they just had a massive buy order at the um, below the price right here. Yeah, you can see it. So this was the most frustrating day because today price is just redelivering like it should, right? Like if there's an area that needs to redeliver, it just does it, right? Like without question. But this day, no, 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 no. Very, very weird. Not at all the same. So you could tell that someone just had a massive buy order. That anytime price dipped in this zone here, right in this zone from here to here, I think that's where they were rotating their contract at. Probably even higher. It may have been like from here to here. They're probably like, okay, I'm willing. Maybe lots of them. I'm willing to rotate my position in between 25.50 and 24.950 in that 100-point zone. Rotate me into the next contract. I think that's what was happening because it was like really weird price action, especially near the close here. It's very strange. This. So it doesn't look like it, but these were huge moves, guys. These were like, that was some really big moves. I lost quite a good amount of money at the close here on this. Yeah, it's 50 points. Because right at the close here, I was trading SPX, and it was clear area need to redeliver lower, and like down into here, like really clear, and just wouldn't do it. It's just like this shit just kept happening there. It's like and just killed my options. All right, so price redelivered there. That's bullish. See if there's a crack in correlation. Whoa. So we got two pushes. It's going to be a third probably up into there. Hmm. Now we look for the crack in correlation. Does it happen here? And there it is. Let's give it a second and see if Nasdaq will catch up. Sometimes it catches up. And there it goes. Now ES took out that low there. Is Nasdaq gonna go drop down to here? Yeah, there we go, guys. See, guys? Very systematic. And now I've doubled my money. But if you double your money, like you get to a lot of money pretty quick. I've shown this with options, how in like 1 week you can start with $50, and then by the end of the week you're at 1,000. I think that's how many. It doesn't take very many. $50 to 100, 100. You just have to make sure you don't have any losing days. 200, 400, 800, 1600. Yeah, so that's 1 week right there. So in 1 week, if you double your money every day, which isn't that hard to do with options, especially, um, maybe the first 2 days are tough, but once you get like $200 to make $200 from $200 is pretty easy with options. You don't have to use all your buying power anymore. The first 2 days you gotta use pretty much all your buying power, but after that you can use like 50% of your buying power, and then it's not that tough. Then when you have a losing day, you just want to make sure it's not going to really. You're gonna have losing days, but let's make sure it doesn't damage you too much. Oh, there's that third push. No cracking correlation though, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, never mind. We have a bigger cracking correlation. I forgot about that. So we do have a cracking correlation. With a lot of areas that need to be redelivered higher, right? And really nowhere left to redeliver for ES lower. So this is where it could get bullish unless they want to really push it lower here. Because ES doesn't, this has all been redelivered already. Doesn't really need to be redelivered down there. So unless they're willing to drop it really hard, like right now, there's a good chance that this is going to push up and try to redeliver up there. But right now, the 3-minute candles are bearish. Like they're clearly not closing above the previous candle's high. We're one time framing down on the 10-minute. Not on the 30-minute yet. Not on the 15-minute yet. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I'll see you guys in the VIP tomorrow. If you want to join the VIP, you can do so. Let me give you all the link. And I'll catch you all on tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I'll be activating that 50K account. I'll trade that on stream. Run it up, bruh. Alrighty, peace out, guys. Yeah, you're welcome. Peace out.